Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So we have got a Subaru Forrester, I think it's a Forrester, some shit like that anyway. And as you can see, it is jacked up. And it's jacked up because we have a new wheel bearing to fit. Now, this is my mate's car, and he's saying that it's whining from the left-hand side, and he's confident that it's not his missus. So he has in fact purchased a new wheel bearing. And now it is my task to attempt to fit it, so that's what I'm going to do in this video. And then we place this under there for safety.
Safety dance. Oh, the safety dance.
And then now, with the wheel out the way, we can see what's involved. So this bearing is a full hub assembly, so we're not pressing in bearings or anything like that. It is a bolt off, bolt on piece. But to bolt it off and bolt it on, we need to remove this because obviously the drive shaft goes to the middle of it. We need to take this caliper off and this disc off. And how awkward that is to do, or anything that's seized up or rusty, is going to decide how awkward or easy this job is. So first I'm going to take the caliper off, which is as simple as removing that, and I think it's that one, 17mm bolts. So if I do that nice and carefully, yes, being extra careful not to round off the heads of the bolts by putting the socket on them at an angle or anything like that. Then now we should just be able to pull this off and then place it somewhere where it's going to not fall down, like so. And now with that carefully balanced on there, we can in fact remove this disc. Now if this is stiff for any reason, it's got two holes here which you can just put, I think it's an M8 bolt, just screw it in and it'll work like a puller and pull the disc off, but we don't need to do that. And now the next thing I'm going to do is undo this, which is a 32mm. Now if using hand tools, you'll need to undo this before you take the caliper off, because you'll have to lock it up by putting a screwdriver in it against the caliper or something. But I've got a buzz gun, so I don't need to worry about that. Yes. And now, as you can see, our drive shaft isn't seized up, so that is also helpful to us. Now if we move around to the back, we can see that we have got a bolt there, and then one there, and one there. And I'm hoping to be able to do this without taking the ball joint out, but I might have to take the ball joint out and remove the shaft completely. And so far, whilst using the correct length of extensions and 14mm socket that fits, it's looking promising. So I've managed to get to that one. I'm pretty sure that getting to the one on the other side will be about the same, but I'm thinking that as long as I use the correct variety of extensions and sockets, I should be able to do this without actually removing the shaft all the way. So let's see how we get on. Yes. So that's one of them, and I've got another 3 to do. And the second one is now removing and behaving itself. Yes. And for these bottom ones, I'm having to use a different length extension to get in there, but it's going well. Yes. And then now, we're on to the last one, which I'm also using the short extension for. So yeah, it does appear that you can actually get to them without splitting the ball joint quite easily. Yes. And now, all the bolts that hold this into place have been removed, and we should just be able to grab it nice and gently and just remove it by just pulling it with our hands nice and gently. But obviously you're not going to be able to do that, so we're going to have to hit it with an hammer. And then now, as you can see, after some gentle love taps with a hamule, we can remove it. And then this back plate here, this also wants to be removed. Yes. And now with that removed, we are ready to fit the new bearing, apart from this wants a bit of a clean up. Something like that. If there's any build up around the inside of there, you can give that a bit of a scrape off as well, but be careful not to catch that, because your ABS sensor is there and you don't want to fuck that up. So now I think we're ready to start putting the new bearing in, which is just a reversal of the removal procedure really. We need to put the bearing onto here, make sure that the drive shaft fits into it. Obviously we've got our back plate back there again, and then we just want to work it into place, something like that. And then now I've got it into place, I can tighten up all the bolts now. I've got all the bolts in, them are all loose. I'll tighten them up in a second and obviously torque them up to manufacturer specific torque settings. But don't tighten one bolt up before you put the rest of the bolts in. And if you do need to pull it in with the bolts, get them started opposite each other and then just tighten one up a little bit and then it'll pull it into place. You shouldn't really need to do that. I mean, whatever you do, don't use a hammer and hit it here to push it into place. If you do need to knock it a little bit, as you can see I've done there with some hammer lash, which you probably shouldn't do, but I've tapped it in with a universal driver and just tapped it to get it into place a little bit, but it didn't take a lot. Anyway, I'm going to tighten all these up and then I'll come back. Yes, so now all these are tightened and this is mounted properly. We can fit our new nut on there and torque it up to manufacturer specific torque settings. And then not forgetting to give that a little bit of a twatting to stop that nut from coming loose. And now it should just be a case of building it back up. So I'll put this disc on here, like so, and then this caliper, we're putting that back where we got it from as well, making sure not to twist the holes, and then refit the bolts that hold the caliper in place, and then tighten both caliper mounting bolts and torque them up to manufacturer preset designated torque setting. And that's all pretty much done. We've just got to put this wheel back on nice and carefully, like so, and then torque up as required. And now that is us complete. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual shit. I'll see you next time.